Hi everyone, welcome to the first video of Jimmy's Works. Today we're going to be doing the manual swap on the JZX100. As you can see here, we already got it jacked up. It is an R154 with 130,000 Ks on it. We've got the drive shafts, flywheel, new clutch, got all the bits that came with the manual conversion to do the whole thing, from just everything, even the dash piece. First order of business, I think we'll go inside while I'm clean and we'll do the car's lock, take off the auto shifter, and we'll get that done. So alright, let's do it. So first things first, we're going to remove the auto shifter. Seem to have designed the plugs a bit close to each other, so it's a bit difficult. Yeah, well, that's off. Good thing to do when removing dash pieces, whatever they come out of, say the center console, is to put all the nuts, bolts, covers, whatever, into the console, because if you're taking it off, they go in there and you don't lose them. That's the center console out. That might help. Now that we've removed all the linkage, we can just take this out. Just got one plug over here. There we go. Shift her out. I forgot to press record, but trans is draining. The cooler lines are draining.
Fuck, auto boxes are weird.
Yeah, I very much dislike them.
So that's staying off.
Day 2 of the manual conversion, and we ran into some problems last night with filming. Lost some storage space, so I couldn't film too much, but tried to put the box in. Had problems with the bell housing hitting the tunnel, so decided to put the clutch into the box, and it has 2 big holes in the box, so I can still bolt the clutch up and turn it over when you put the box in. And also found that I need to clearance the shifter hole a bit more. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing this morning. So to get out the rear main, what I'm going to do is drill a pilot hole here and here, and hand screw in these screws. Then you can pry on them and you pull out the rear main. What? There we go. There you go. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Just try use a small drill bit, just a pilot hole, and just try and hand screw those screws in. Alright, now when I ever install rear mains, I just put a little bit of grease around the outside edge, and just whatever's left over on your finger, just run it around here, so yeah, when you start it, it's not running dry on the crank, so you get a leak, or that gets hot and then melts or something. So it's just not too much, just whatever residue is left over on your finger, just run it around on the inside. And then I do recommend hitting it in with a installer, but I've done that many rear mains that I know how to do it by hand. And I just put my elbow in all the grease.
Fucking gassed up, dude.
Hey, little Mexico, pass me the gas.
Yeah. 85, man.
I'm just making, stomach's just making alien noises,
Yeah, bro. That's cool.
You able to chuck that in the bin? So
No, I'm gonna keep it.
Keep it for your 1J.
That's rude.
I'm just saying it came off a 1J, so we can go on
Mine's a
another
2J, bro.
one.
2J NA.
Alright, now you want to make sure that you want to get it flush, so I'm just going to use the back end, well, hit it with that end and just make it flush, but subtly hitting it just so it goes in nicely, but not too hard so I hurt anything. The best way is to go in a crisscross pattern, just so it goes in evenly, because you don't want to hit in a rear main. So next we're going to install the spigot bearing. Find a socket that fits over it on the outer edges, or the outer rays. If you want to hit it in the middle, then you'll fuck your bearing. Or the inner race, because you fuck your bearing. So the outer race, tap it in, done. So I'm going to be installing the flywheel now. It's very hard to find the torque specs for the flywheel, but I've done some digging, and it was apparently Drift Motion said they use the ARP flywheel bolts, and they torque them up to 75 foot-pounds, which is about 101.6 Newton meters. I'm just going to do them at 102, and make sure you use some Loctite, because on 1Js and 2Js the bolts go right through to the back of the crank where oil is. So Loctite for making sure the bolts don't come out, and also stopping oil come through and splash onto your clutch. I'm going to go on a crisscross pattern, tighten them down evenly until the flywheel stops moving in. Then you can start torquing them down properly. Alright. Now when you get to this point, your flywheel is going to want to turn. So what I do is I put a bolt in the flywheel and get a spanner and put a bell housing bolt in. And just one more time around just to make sure they're all done. And what I do for safe measures to make sure that I've done them all. Bit of white marker on them, so I know that they're all tight in case I forget, and you will never forget if you do it this way. Another thing you want to do before putting the clutch on is you want to get a clean rag, some brake clean off any residue on the clutch plate surface.
Bitch, we run this, can't you tell by how pressing, moving fast. Hope you got your seatbelt fastened. Fall in love, I swear we moving to Nebraska. Specializing on my life like it's your master. I'm fucked up.
10 years later.
We so
1 million hours later. Alright, bye. I know you said you never wanted to talk to me again, but I think it's a fucking gun show.
but I've never seen you slay. You say everything that game, but I you say been weeds, ghosts in my head. I got ash on my jeans.
It's like a gearbox very dull. You know what we need to do again?
What?
Formula Ones, but
Not get pissed.
no, get pissed, but take the day off. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Ladies meant to be 17.
So we got the box all in finally, and what I had to do was put the clutch on the box, and then once I got it in, box all lined up, had to turn the clutch and slowly go in turn by turn on each just to get the clutch on properly. But yeah, she's on. That fucking time. So, sort of got the pedals in. I just need to do the clutch line and tail shafts and stuff like that. Fill it up with oil, do a lot of other finicky things, but I have an idea because we had to cut out, well, I had to cut out the tunnel a bit more so we could fit it. I have an idea for covering up this bit. I'm going to raise up this bit here so I can fit that on. Probably would have been a good idea to do this when the box was out. Sorry everyone, I had to I was running out of storage space on my phone. I wanted to leave a little bit because, you know, I just put myself to work and I got everything done. I got the exhaust back on, everything's back on. Got it filled with some, I think it was 3.5 litres of some of this Penrite Pro Gear. Bleed the clutch. Might need a bit more bleeding, but everything is on. It's all in, filled up. I just quickly bridged the neutral start on the auto trans plug. And just give it a quick start, see how she goes. Got my shifter in here. Oh, I don't know if you can see it properly, but yeah. I'll start her up. Whoop, handbrake was on. For a second. Third. Fourth. And we'll try a fifth. And now for reverse. And there we go, we have it. Alright, so this is weekend 2 of the manual conversion. Run out of a lot of storage space on my phone, so I couldn't really film anything, and started to get late. I had to get it done and get it out of the garage because I have other cars that have to go in there. But during the week after work, I just, you know, took her for a drive, made sure everything was okay. Run into problems with when you're coming up to a set of lights and you have the clutch in or in neutral, it will stall. Did a lot of reading up. Apparently, if I bridge on the auto loom the second gear, it won't stall. You know, when it's in neutral or the clutch is in. So I just got to do that today. I also found that the clutch master cylinder was leaking on the inside in the interior. So got some new ones from Slicker Spares. In 24 hours I had them out to me, so big shout out to them. So today we're going to change the clutch master, and I also got a clutch slave just to be sure, so we have a good, you know, clutch feel, make sure everything's all good. So yeah, I think we'll get onto that. And one last thing, I'm getting a tunnel, like a fiberglass tunnel piece made up for this. So it's going to go from probably here, come around, I think it bolts into here or something. So we're getting a new tunnel piece made. Yeah, then we can finish with the interior. So yeah.
Straight after you like the part 2. Yeah.
The same on the way in.
Pretty good. I ate sausage roll. Big shit.
One day my OJ said, bring me a sausage roll.
Big shit.
Bigger shit I have to.
Look like sausage roll.
Shut the fuck up, you fucking furry. The fucking dog.
Not dog, man. Sanji.
Everyone,
Not
every
Sanji, from Bangladesh.
every person that has lived there has had the noisiest dog in the world.
He's not a dog. Sanji.
He's from Bangladesh. You cannot blame him.
No.
Don't make Rajnish cry, brother.
He cannot be. He's from Bangladesh.
But like it started going before my sheet hit the seat.
Living.
It was on the way down still. It was fucking...
Where is the factory front mount?
Always wear gloves when you're doing fucking this shit. Trust me. Brake full of burns. How many ooga doogas does it take to fucking kill your asshole with cum?
What did you just say to me?
We went to go get ourselves a finger bun. For some reason, every time we go to the bakery in Safeway and get finger buns, 6-pack.
So we got the Clutch Master in, the new one.
Someone went into a showroom and brought a brand new Daewoo Lacetti.
They're sick, but
No, they're not.
the Setties are sick.
Says who?
Tokyo. Until they fucking ruined it with fucking
When Mum says,
Melle Blanc.
Mum, can we have Top Gear? we have Top Gear at home. Top Gear at home. American Top Gear.
That show was fucking...
The Aussie one was cringe too, man.
Yeah, but it was only cool because there was Aussie cars in it. You were like, wow.
Nah.
Last weekend I bridged the neutral start switch and I was having problems with stalling. Apparently, I don't know if you can see it, but it's the red wire with the blue trace. That is 12 volt common for the main trans plug. And to bridge second gear, you need to put it into this light green one. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. But I'm also using the red with blue trace wire for the reverse lights.
Right,
You can lock-
genuine replicas.
It's like us all back, bro.
You start like your neighbours probably sitting down in this deck just fucking listening over. What the fuck? 19-year-old Lebo from Epping.
Yeah, it'd be perfect.
Fucking 28.
Yeah. Come back on Durack Road, bro.
Meet me on Oran Road, guys. See my cousin lives there.
Fuck, bro. Is your
14.
cousin a Jew or what?
Well, 14 bedrooms.
Have you actually been around?
I parked straight at the front.
Yeah, I always just go to the back.
Fuck that. I walked
Well,
in.
you were in a truck.
Yeah.
I was in a van. We could fit easy.
Oh no.
Well, you could probably fit in the truck, but hard. What happened?
No, it's alright. The wire fell out.
What?
There's 4 doors car park, and Bubbles just happens to be there.
Well, back over the road, bro. Yeah, so
Yeah, bro.
Rody Central.
Boy.
Rody.
Are you fucking... Oh, Harry, bro.
What the fuck are you,
Nothing
bro?
else about
What are
it.
you?
Yeah, I learned about function,
Slip fucking stuff.
I need another turn.
Alright, so we got 2 wires joined in there, if you can see it. Yeah. So we'll plug it in, see if it works. If it doesn't, we're fucked. Sorry everyone, I had to cut out a lot. Well, I forgot to film a lot of all the important bits of getting this done, but as you can see now, it's done. Everything's done. The problem I had with the car stalling was when I come up to a set of lights, you know, I'd put the clutch in, pull it in neutral, and it would just stall, like just die. So that's why I bridged second gear. That didn't work. Some old school mechanic had this idea that if I had the car idling, unplug the TPS sensor, and here you can play with the idle, crank up the idle a little bit. Well, I did, because the idle was a bit low, but I cranked up the idle a little bit. You can do it here or there, or you can adjust it on both of these. So it's an 8mm nut with a 2.5mm Allen key, same as down here. This one's a bit tricky. Once you set out your idle, you then plug this back in. It'll set off the fault codes, but for JZXs, all you do is turn the key off and then pull the key out. I waited about 15 seconds, put the key in, started it up, went for a drive, completely got rid of the problem. It's funny how that works, but yeah. But just remember, if you do disconnect your battery, you will have to go through that thing again just to trick the, I don't know, ECU or anything. So just remember, if you unplug your battery, to do that thing again if you have any problems with your JZX auto swap stalling at lights or anything. But that's the fix. It's weird. Anyway, that'll be the end of the video. Let me know how I go. It is the first video, but thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I could have done a bit better, but yeah, that's what learning's for. And you know, this only is my first video, but I got more better content to come, so thank you very much. Peace out.